Welcome back, traders, to another after hours recap of the stock market. Guys, some amazing stuff happened in the markets today, as always. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Mara with a nice push off of $18. Very clean, very nice. After hours, it's sitting at 18.66. I could expect this to be up to at least $19 by tomorrow morning or after hours, but that is going to be the area to sell. I'm in with 400 shares at the moment, which is just a little bit over um, about $7,000 ish. So not too bad. I'm gonna sell tomorrow. XPEV pushing up as well. XPEV finally with that reversal. We talk about it all the time on this channel. Finding those oversold setups or those reversal patterns. As you can see here, it's had a nice stage of reversal from $13 down to 10. Now it's starting to consolidate, or it did consolidate in that area of around $10 and is now trying to make its way back up that $13 mark. Beautiful area of confirmation or area of interest for many investors or traders like you and me who want to get in. Now, the next area of resistance is probably going to be that 200-day moving average as it is below it. But as long as it can get above that again, like it did previously, we can see this go up easily from that $10 mark, maybe even up to that $14 mark on XPEV. So super excited to see what happens with that. Today it's showcasing signs of some upward momentum. So if we get a retest tomorrow or after hours this evening, a retest of a nice bounce, that would be great for us investors. Maybe it goes up, maybe a retest. Very excited to see what happens, as this is kind of what I'm thinking it may possibly. Okay. Remember, trading is risky, and I will never tell you what to buy, hold, or sell. These are just companies that I find value in. So if you find value in what I'm doing here, definitely consider subscribing to the channel, smashing that little bell notification so you know I go live, and also consider smashing the like button. That's why I did that. I don't know, whatever. All right, so Save also went up. Save went up a ridiculous amount today from yesterday's low of $1.47 to highs of $2.50 for a 72% return. Now, Save, this doesn't really mean much for Save. We may get another little bounce possibly, but I think we may have missed a move. And with that said, it looks like it may start coming down. Looks like it's already kind of broke that trend line. So yeah, that's pretty much broken. With Save though, it's not even out of the water yet. This company has been struggling for a very long time, losing about 90% of its overall position within, I think, like a year or so. So not looking good. It used to trade at about $68. Now they did extend their debt out. They got more money, more debt. They took on more debt, and they also extended out the period to which they have to pay that. This is an airline company, but Spirit Airlines are just not doing the greatest. So with that bounce at 140, it looks like we even drew this as a resistance level somewhere in the past. Maybe this was a support level that I drew at one point in time when I actually did these opposite. The supports used to be red and resistance green. But yeah, so we have been tracking this for a very long time. Looks like it's finally touching that support level that we used to see from uh, times before. Now, with that said, moving on for today, or for tomorrow, JDZG looks like it might be making a move. It may come back just a little bit more and touch that $1.10, $1.15 mark right here. But it looks like it's already showing signs of upward momentum. Great, because if you can get 168, 170-ish, and ride this back up to $3.40, you could see about $1.71 in profit, or literally almost a 100% profit on that trade setup. So I'm very curious to see what happens, as this would be a nice opportunity to get a few shares of this. SOBR also making a nice play recently. I believe that was on Thursday. Pushed up from $7 all the way up to $28, and then has kind of been selling off ever since. Sold off on Friday, kind of flatlined through the after hours and market this morning. Um, then sold off slightly. Now it is catching some support at this I'd say like $8.60, $8.70, $8.80 marks that. Now, with that said, if there's a strong support and it's trading back where it pretty much was, you can identify, well, a couple things. At 716, there's a clear sign of support from last week where it went parabolic. And there's also this 200-day moving average. As long as it stays above this moving, then I think buy range area about 8.5. I'd say about 8. Right. I can consider this a buy range area for SOBR if it starts showing signs of upward momentum. If it does, then we can see a very nice clean profit of a lot, actually. I mean, this can go $9 to 28 over 200%, or about $19 per share. I know, pretty crazy. And this could all happen in a single day and even a single 30-minute candle. So if you're away from your computer or you miss out on this, you will miss the trade. So I'm going to go ahead and set my alert for, let's just say, like around $11. If it breaks $11, then I will definitely be interested in this, which means it could probably potentially go much higher. XPEB, I'm also going to set right around $11 coincidentally. So if that does start to break 11, then I will consider also getting that. Mara, we're going to talk about Mara in just a minute. Nvidia pushing up very nicely today as well. Loving it. A lot of volatility in the market to push right through these two resistance levels. As soon as it pushed through this resistance level, as you notice, it went crazy. A lot of volume came in and it shot up. Came back down, it retested that 9-day moving average. As you can see here, that purple line, it retested it and has been going up ever since, resulting in a nice, if you got in at 137 to 143, about a $6.70 per share move, or about 5% on the day. Hey, I'll take it, right? Very nice move. Now, 5%, to put that into perspective for some of you guys, I did this little list, and I used to carry it around with me a lot, when like I was working and stuff, give me like inspiration and motivation to keep going further, pursuing it, because no one's gonna save you. No one's gonna come and hold your hand and wake you up in the morning to get you ready to trade. No one's gonna make you save money. No one's gonna make you push that buy and sell button, right? It's gotta be you. So with that said, 5% a day, guys, on a $1,000 account is $50 a day, or $4,800 a year. That's an extra $5,000 a year on a $1,000 investment. But you got to be consistent, right? Okay, so now let's say you have 5,000. Let's say 5,000 is average, right? 5%, 5,000 to be $250 a day. You can average 5% a day, like with Nvidia and all these other companies that we're showcasing. Make $250 a day. You're making $1,200 a week, 10,000 a month. Oh wait, I'm sorry. That's something else. 250, 255, 1,000. Yeah, 1,250. 25, 5,000 a month, 24,000 a year. It doesn't seem right, does it? Maybe I'm talking about 2%. Yeah, okay, so that was supposed to be for 2%. So 2% of 5,000 would be $100 a day. 1,000. You don't need much, guys. Once you get past that $1,000 mark, I'd say like a 5% goal, makes it a lot easier. The more money you have, the easier it is um, to go, right? So let me see. Does it not work anymore like that? Right there. There we go. That opens it up for you a little better. That way you guys can see it if you want. Screenshot it or whatever, but that's something that I made a long time ago that really helped with what I was trying to do. So $100,000 a year, guys. $100,000 a year. Do you see that right here? 2%, that's $2,000 a month, or 10% a week, that's $10,000 a week. Be a lot, guys. Could be $500,000 a year by next year. Have the plan. Now, with that said, we have SOBR that we're looking at for tomorrow. BMEA is another one we're looking at for tomorrow. BMEA. same thing. It's above that moving average, and it's finally next to this moving average. So if this can push from 11.24 up to 12.30ish, or even $12, that's still 81 cents. That's almost a $1 move, or around a 7% profit. Okay, so BMEA is on the list for tomorrow. XPEV or XPEV, we already talked about. And then LUNR, I'm not sure we talked about LUNR, but we're going to talk about it right now. No, we did not. Okay, so as you can see here, it's been trading very nicely in this channel, right? It's been kind of trading with this channel and kind of being consistent with where it kind of goes up and where it goes. You can see that, right? Now it's coming into that area where it's starting to curl over with that potential dip up back to maybe $8, $9, or even $10. Now, Lunar is a company that specializes in space exploration, obviously, right? Lunar, LUNR, right? So they have a lot of potential. Their free float's 120 million, quite a few free float. 10 million volume, average volume is about 14 million. But guys, the point is here, it's above that moving average, which is great. We want to see it above that moving average. It's going along with this trend line very nicely from $6.70 up to $8.70. So that's a $2 move. And I don't think very long. What was that? Or so? 7 days. So 30% in 7 days. 30% in 7 days. My goal on my personal account is 10% a week. That's 2% a day. It's pretty realistic for me trying to do. That's 30% in a single week investing in LUNR. Now it did break that trend line. It started selling off, and look at this. It's breaking that nice trend line again by bouncing off of this SMA line right around $7.75. So we're going to set our alert for about $8.10. I'm very curious to see if it does break this alert. If it does, then we will be very excited tomorrow to trade this up to maybe 871, maybe even possibly that $9.85 mark, which would be just fantastic. And unfortunately, you guys can't see uh, my screen on that. So this is what we were tell you. All right. So we got that one, we got that one, that one, that one. XPEV should have an alert. A does not have an alert, so we're gonna set that for right around, say about 11:50-ish. Gonna be where we want our alert to be set. And LU and R, we have an alert set as well. Okay, Coca-Cola selling off slightly, but it was very green just now. Nice little bull trap for them. But hey, once it gets down to this level, we may be able to get in trade. Once it failed this trend line. NUZE, let's push up from 30 something cents to $2.50. Possible continuation play moving forward. We'll wait to see what happens, but these are the stocks that we're looking at. The ones that we were looking at today and also for tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going to talk about this briefly as crypto has pushed up. Maybe I'll make a separate video about this going into more detail, but basically, it's staying above this moving average, the 200-day moving average, the green line. It is above it, which is great, showing signs that it is bullish. Now, on Friday, it closed at this exact location, shot up Saturday, and started selling off Sunday, and now it pushed up this morning from lows of 66,800 to highs of 67,900, coming back now. But look at this, guys. It's actually playing right off of this yellow line that we, and I'm not sure why I'm whispering, but this is a great play potentially. Okay? If I reduce this line that I drew, look at it. It's playing right along that green line that we had first identified. See it here? Well, we identified it way back here. Let me show you. When I drew this line, the green line was barely here. So by identifying that it was going up and showcasing that it was going up over the next day, we can see in a way where that stock might end up for cryptocurrency. Now it's bounced off of this 200-day moving average and also in a way our trend line, which means strong case that this can potentially go up to 68,000 again, possibly even to 69,500 by midweek or maybe weekend again, unfortunately. But hopefully this happens within the next day or two because I am invested in Mara. And as we did talk about this briefly, I have been averaging up since since Thursday or Friday of last week, buying down at 1750, buying again at 1830, 1850, then buying again at this dip. Very nice dip here this morning. I did buy more at as this did dip multiple times this morning in this range of the buy. Right, this is that area where I wanted to see um, buyers. Right, and this was actually resistance this morning. The channel it was trading in. So by being able to buy at 1780 and sell at 1850, that was a 70-cent move. And being able to buy at 1790 and sell at 1850 was another 60-cent move. And we could have done this multiple times, right? This was one play here that was 4%, 65-cent move. This was a 3% move or 50 cents. This was a almost 60 cents move or 3%. So right there, 369. Almost had 10% profit in a single day. And again, my goal is to make 2% a day. So we would have been happy with any one of these trades. Now we did identify that this was going to sell off this morning for the simple fact that it had such an aggressive push up and then aggressive sell off. Now this was a previous resistance about $19 and $19.15 right in that area. Right. So I even put a little message in here. I didn't know if you saw, but do not buy here. We don't want to buy here. This was supposed to be a breakout to new highs. It obviously didn't happen, and it actually continued to sell off. Now catching some support on that 200 moving average, we can play off of Mara very easily because it actually is correlated with Bitcoin slightly. Same thing. Do you see that trend line here? We drew it off that 200-day moving average. The trend line is pushing up along with that moving average, and now it should be bouncing off. Now it has to come back down and retest maybe $18, and I'm going to buy some more as I was able to buy these dips. Now, up about 100 shares here, about and 100 shares right in this area. Or it wasn't this one, about 100 shares in this area and 100 shares in this area. On top of the 200 shares I'd already bought. Now I bought 100 shares on Friday, I believe 100 on Thursday. So now we're up over 400 shares and we're not looking too bad. Average share price of right around $18. It's like 18.6, something like that. But with 400 shares, we're looking with 70, about 60 cents per share, $60 on 100, about about 300 and so bucks or so. Let's see. Yeah, realized for the day 251 right there, as you can see. Um, and then I bought some more back in. So I did realize some actually, what was it, yesterday? It was this morning actually, because I woke up and it got filled up in this 1915 area. I set it to 1914, I believe, and it got filled because it was at 1916. I was surprised. I was like, wait, why do I have like 200 less shares? So then that's ended up what happening. Pretty cool though, making some decent money by just following these simple patterns, buying here, selling here, and identifying when exactly to do that. As crypto does seem, if I take some of these trend lines off, you can see that crypto has been moving up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, right? That's what it's been doing. And we're able to play off of these nice moves. All I need to do is trade this one company every single day, and I don't even really have to worry about the other stocks or ETFs or all the noise that everyone's talking about. I can make what I need to make on Mara, be done. A couple $100 a day, that's all you need. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm not even sure what we're gonna title it, but looks like we have some great plays for tomorrow. Super excited to see what happens with Bitcoin as well as a couple other companies forward. And I'm excited. If you guys have never watched one of our live stream day trading sessions, you'll definitely want to check them out as we go live every morning at market open. Okay, this week we are doing 1 hour before market open. So if you happen to be awake around that time, definitely check that out. Consider subscribing, smashing that little bell button so you know when I do go live. And if you find this valuable or you found value in it, definitely consider subscribing to the channel. I'd love to have you as a member. You can check out the second link in the description below. That'll give you access to our free Discord. Yes, 100% free. I give you my trade ideas, alerts, call outs, keep you up to date with current events in the market, show profits that I have and losses, and you can get involved with other like minded individuals, communicate with them, share your thoughts, stories, experiences, and your own personal profits and losses stories with them there. So definitely check it out, guys. As you can see, we did just cross over 6,000 subscribers. Not sure you can see that right there. It's kind of a small little button there. Actually, this milestone would probably be better off to showcase 6,000 subscribers, my guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate all your support. And also over 805 videos now, all on investing for beginners in the stock market, anywhere from day trading, swing trading, long-term investing to micro scalping and to other things like dividend investing, dividend capturing, and how you can basically make money from your money. With that said, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And remember, let's all end the year on a green note. And we will see you all in tomorrow morning's live day trading session. See you all there.